Keegan, Bryan Hayes does a very impressive segment on this show. It's called B-listing, where he just charts things of importance, and it's taken off like wildfire. If
Wow.
you were had to compile a list like that for the Jays to turn this thing around, like things of importance, offense, Vladdy's play, health, pitching, like how could you like on the fly here come up with a quick B listing for us of what needs to happen? Like can they build off the momentum of the Varsho Grand Slam and kind of get things rolling? I'm not sure about that, but how would you compile the list?
Starts with Vladdy for me. I know that's the easy answer with Vladdy up top, but you need Vladdy in the middle of this, guys. A big swing from Dalton Varsho like that, hell yeah. And I think that momentum is real. And momentum, guys, I think momentum's different in baseball because this is not a contact sport. It's not going to get those guys fired up to go out and hit somebody and punch someone, okay? Like it's a different type of momentum. It's a less aggressive momentum. Momentum in baseball actually feels the opposite, I think. It's a more relaxed approach. Now you show up today and thinking, okay, if we lose today, it's not five in a row. It's not the end of the world. You can go out and just take your at bat, not try to be the hero. I think that's very important here. But Vladdy needs to be the guy, and going through Detroit, and my God, going into New York, he owns the Yankees. I think New York is going to wake him up if this road trip does not. You need Vladdy. You absolutely need Vladdy to be in the middle of this and to be leading it. Every other team has injuries. Every other team will have ups and downs. There are not many players like Vladdy in Major League Baseball. Now, if you look at his stat line, you're going to tell me, actually, Keegan, there are 200 like him. But we've seen what he can do, man. It's rare. And until Vladdy is playing to his potential, which is a 1,000 OPS hitter who breaks games wide open, this team will be stuck around 500. Their good days will bring them closer to it. Their bad days will bring them a few games below 500. That's not exciting. That type of baseball does not excite me. But when Vladdy plays like himself, this team is a playoff team. And when other things go right, we saw last year, they can be a real playoff team, a threat, but that's a bit down the road.
When we talked about Vladdy Keegan, do you see anything like when you just can tell, it's not anything mechanical or technical. There's just something up with the guy. Like, do you sense that at all? Because the performance is somewhat bewildering where you're like, this guy is one of the
Yeah.
highest paid players in the league, and it doesn't even look close to that. Do you get the sense that there could be something maybe that's bugging him or that's just off? Like, how do you even break it down what you're seeing? Because the idea of just kind of chopping down with his mechanics and this and that and can't get it up in the air, I think we're beyond that, aren't we? Like this guy figures stuff out. So what the heck are we talking about here?
Yeah, that's a good point, O-Dog, because mechanics, that almost gets to the point where we're talking like Vladdy doesn't know what to do with. He knows exactly what to
Or
do.
how to fix it?
Okay, come on, exactly. Like naturally gifted hitters like him, hitting a baseball is part of who he is as a human being. Okay, he's not just a guy who learned how to hit. He was born hitting. Okay, he knows what's wrong with his swing. He knows what needs to go into it. With Vladdy, there's a different layer. And Vladdy is not the player who I need to see, guys. I don't need to see him taking batting practice at 11 a.m. and staying late to hit more. That's great. You want your guys to want it, sure. But I don't care much about that with Vladdy. With some players, I might. If you're a fringe roster player who's barely hanging on and is about to get optioned to AAA, sure. Plant your ass in the batting cages and swing all night. Do it. I don't need that from Vladdy. What I want to see from Vladdy is him loose and joyful and playing his natural game. When Vladdy is thinking too much, this is what happens. And I think the bar for that is lower than most players. I don't want Vladdy thinking much at all out there. I want him reacting. I want him natural. And I want him to be the aggressor. Very few hitters in Major League Baseball, very few, are the aggressor in an at bat. Most hitters are standing up there and thinking, God, I hope this is a fastball, or God, I hope it's a curveball, and they react. Vladdy's one of the very few people in this sport, when he's at his best, not right now, but when he's at his best, who can guide an at bat, who can control the pitcher. And he's
Dictate,
pretty
I like to
far from
call
that
it,
right now.
Keegan.
Dictate it. There we go. Exactly. But you're not seeing that right now. You saw it in the minor leagues. He had pitchers on a string, man. He was a puppet master. and you see it sometimes in the big leagues. We're just not seeing it right now. I really think I think New York's going to wake him up. I think he's going to hit a ball out of the stadium. You just want to make these 3 days count first here in Detroit. I don't know if he has a reason to hate the city of Detroit yet, but maybe they can scrounge one up for him in the next 2 hours.